Colorado State Treasurer says he is a victim of fraud, and now he is pulling his name from the primary ballot in the race for governor for now.
Walker Stapleton says the company he hired to do the legwork to get him on the ballot simply lied. Our political specialist Sean Boyd live on that story. Sean, Stapleton wants the state to void all the signatures his campaign had turned in.
And Jim, it's not the signatures themselves that are the problem. They're valid. It's the signature gatherers. Stapleton says that person engaged in fraud, and the firm that he hired to circulate the petitions tried to cover it up. In a stunning and unprecedented move, the Republican gubernatorial candidate today asked the Secretary of State to pull his name from the primary ballot.
In good conscience, I cannot be put on the ballot in this manner, and I will not.
Just days after the Secretary of State's office validated his petitions, Walker Stapleton announced some of the signatures may have been gathered illegally.
I am unfortunately a victim of this misconduct, and there may be other victims too.
Stapleton says the firm he paid to circulate petitions, Kennedy Enterprises, used an unqualified signature gatherer from Florida, then had other people sign off on the petitions he turned in. He says the owner of the firm initially lied about hiring the person and didn't come clean until the campaign confronted him Monday night.
They lied to us for a period of 6 weeks.
I'm very amazed by this, very surprised.
Republican analyst Dick Wadham says the firm, which has been in business for 25 years, is nationally recognized.
Quite frankly, anybody who employed this firm for their signatures is probably in a bad situation right now.
Stapleton, too, is in a tough spot. He says he will now go through the state assembly to get on the ballot, but Wadham says he may not make it. 5 other Republicans are also going through the assembly.
It's going to be a barroom brawl on Saturday, and anybody could stumble out of that convention.
And I feel great that no matter how the outcome turns out at assembly, we'll be able to hold our head high.
Now, the state assembly is this Saturday. Stapleton will need the vote of 30% of delegates to make the ballot. He is suing Kennedy Enterprises after paying it more than $200,000 to circulate petitions. The owner didn't return my calls for comment. The firm has been the subject of several complaints dating back more than a decade. Live in Denver, Sean Boyd covering Colorado First.
Thank you, Sean.